All right, guys. So let's start the session. So we have good participants joined in today. So once again, a very good morning to all of you who have joined late. And first of all, I would like to thank you so much for the participants who have joined today on the second workshop. And I also can see some new names. Thanks for them as well. Some people couldn't join yesterday. Some people have joined today, and thank you so much for joining those people who have joined the session today again after our first session for the continuation. So let's begin. Something new, something interesting. Okay, and I'm sure today you will be learning many other different things, and you might have also a very uh, technical doubts, consulting doubts, and definitely we are here again today for 3 hours, and it will be a jam-packed session. People are still joining, so my team will be allowing them to get in, and probably will start. Anyway, this session is getting recorded, so you will also have that recordings with you. All right, so let me just take the sessions quickly. Okay, so today is day two. Okay, so probably you might have heard, like, or you might have seen. Well, all right, and thank you so much for. We have almost got around 7 registration yesterday. Um, okay, 7 registration yesterday. That's a good count, and we have got really good response from other people. Thank you so much once again from bottom of my heart who have registered yesterday, and we have got 7 inquiries for registration. Okay, all right, so when you guys were filling the form yesterday, you might have saw that combo one, combo two, three, and four. So probably you don't have that much of idea like what exactly it means. So probably we are trying to cater something for admin and development here 70%, but there are crowd where they are also looking out something apart from admin and development. So we don't want to disappointment anyone like they are here for something and they are not getting that things. Okay, so we have taken care of all the participants here so that we can deliver them everything what they want. Because anyways, like when we are spending 3 days and 3 hours, that means we are spending 9 hours. Okay, so we should get something out of that. It's not be said like, hey, I attended 9 hours of a session, but I didn't got what I wanted. So we are taking care of everyone here so that everyone get benefit. Okay, so if you can just see the bullet points here, combo one says it's very simple admin and development, especially for those people who are interested to join ServiceNow as a fresh, even though they have other technology experience or they don't have anything about experience about anything of any technology. So combo one is for specifically for them who are very newbies to join ServiceNow training. Okay, and when you look into combo two says that it's like admin and development um, plus JavaScript ServiceNow scripting fundamentals. So this combo is basically for those people who would like to learn admin and development, or might be the case that they might have learned admin and development in the past, but for some reason they might have forgot, or they might have watched some videos on YouTube or Udemy or other learning channels, but they would like to learn again uh, admin and development, but slightly they would like to learn something else as well called as JavaScripting and fundamentals. Okay, so that is the combo two where you will be getting delivered both the things simultaneously. So that is combo two. Okay, so we are also trying to showcase the syllabus. So what I will do is like I will just read three and four very quickly, then we will have a walkthrough. Okay, so now combo three. Hold on, Shah. Combo three is like again admin and development. Java. See now combo three is a combination of one and two. Okay, admin development, JavaScript fundamentals, and here we are slightly giving you the ITOM exposure because ITOM is very high into demand right now. Where we have also given you some gist about CMDB discovery integration fundamentals on a technical sessions yesterday. We something discussed about mid server. So today's session and tomorrow sessions we will be something covering on the discovery aspect, CMDB, and a little bit of integration. So we'll be having a limelight today for these topics, and you will know that what is ITOM, what is CMDB, and you will get more confident to enroll in combo 3. So when people are really little experience on the admin and development part and they are worried about their career path, what I need to choose, as I showed you in the first slide, that people are still confused like what they should choose because there are multiple modules into service now. So this would be a good session today for them to understand about ITOM. So we are not covering multiple modules in today's session. It's like we are focusing on ITOM. So that is the reason we have kept that in combo 3, where you will be having this exposure when you learn this. Okay. So coming to 4 very quickly, it's again, we have eliminated admin and development, because what we feel is like a person enrolling for combo 4 will definitely not require admin and development. They will only need saying that, hey, I know admin and development already, but I'm very weak, okay, in JavaScripting. I'm very weak in scripting parts, okay. And I need to develop myself as a core hardcore developer, because my project says that I need to build the code from the scratch, okay, for my requirements. So I need to have my strong dependency on the project for development, because there are certain things like people go to their managers, to their colleagues in order to take their help, but every day no one helps in today's world. Like it's like self-help is the best help, okay, that you need to do. So for those people, we have eliminated admin and development. So we have introduced this JavaScripting, advanced scripting, ServiceNow scripting, and integration fundamentals. Okay, so integration is again the vast field where we cannot teach you in depth third-party applications integrations with ServiceNow. But yes, we are giving you the gist of fundamentals, and in fundamentals, you will get entire idea about integration, because there are two types of integration: REST integration and SOAP integration, and you will have that gist, and you can create that craziness about learning integration in depth and in later on, but not in this. Of course, you can come on consulting call with us. You can ask something about syllabus, about the charges, duration, if you would like to learn something in deep drive integration sessions with us. Not but not least, but like in Gen AI. So like you might have heard Gen AI everywhere. Your companies might have been rolling some things in your office communication emails. Gen AI, Gen AI, everywhere is Gen AI. And believe me, no one in the market is giving you Gen AI fundamentals, because that is the most trending in the market right now, and it's very difficult to find the trainers for them. It's very difficult to find the syllabus, the correct syllabus for this, and many people are not aware about this. So what we are planning is like to introduce Gen AI fundamentals on this platform as well. Okay, so it's very booming. So these are the 4 combos, 4 set of courses that we are delivering, so that we got around 40 participants yesterday. So looking into each and everyone's requirement, we are diversifying ourselves so that everyone should get their expectations delivered from our end. Okay, so that is the main intention of this 4 combo. So I know people have selected combo 1, combo 2, and so on. Okay, so if still they would like to change something today or tomorrow after having this session today, of course you can change that as per your requirements. Okay, and then we can create a separate batches on them. And when you talk about the batches, here you will be having a different batches for each of them. Okay. Now let's quickly deep dive very quickly with the syllabus like what we are covering. Okay. So guys, be on mute. Okay. Admin and development syllabus that comes from combo 1. So it says that you need like basic JavaScript. It's not necessary, but if you have, it's well and good for you. Okay. So this is course detail 1. Of course, you will get this syllabus on your email. Nothing to worry, because I'm just running it fast because I need to cover many other things today. Okay. So this is the admin and development syllabus. We are covering everything with respective. See, this is the development syllabus separately, which is the second part of admin and development. So here it's like we will be teaching you the JavaScript basics, the business rule, the client script, okay, and plugins, applications. Okay, so you will have this development aspect here. Okay, so see, when you see your course details 3, you will have the service portal introduction, service catalog, server side scripting, um, reporting, dashboards, notifications, everything into come into service now. So people who are experienced, they might have imagine like what level of delivery we are giving you. Okay, so this is something this and let's now jump to combo 2. Okay, so this is combo 2, which says that admin and development for sure. But again, on top of that, we are adding JavaScript, ServiceNow scripting fundamentals. Okay, so this is we are looking for a core development prospective combos. So week 1, week 2, and you will get all the information from us, like what is the duration of the class, and you will also get the syllabus attached on your email, the same syllabus, a PDF file where you can refer it in detail and give the confirmation. Okay, so we have divided this syllabus by week. Okay, and in
Yes,
that way we have done this.
and just to add on, and the links for all these combos has already been dropped by Pallavi in the chat. So guys, feel free to click on those links and open the syllabus at your end, and just feel free to have a look on all the syllabuses and all the combos as well.
Yes. So while I'm talking with you, you also can open your respective links, which you are interested in. You can also try to, navigate on this, and you will have that level of syllabus with you. Okay. So this is something we are talking about combo two. So we have covered many aspect, and and this will be a use cases driven. Okay, it will be a practical driven, not theoretically. Okay, but believe me, every classes will be getting recorded when you're learning this, and you will be getting the expert trainers which have around 10 plus years of industrial experience with ServiceNow. So you can imagine, like, the way we are trying to deliver the workshops for 3 consecutive days without any charges, and of course the level of um, uh, PPT we have created for you, the level of PDFs that we have created you, that is beyond the imagination, and the quality and the professionalism that shows here, like how prominent we are as a player into the market when it comes to service and delivery. Okay, so let's go to combo three now. So combo three is something about ITOM, which I was talking. ITOM is very high booming into the market right now. Discovery, fundamentals, and when you do the certifications, you will also get a lot of high requirements because ITOM, ITAM, these are very niche module into service now. And I'm not telling any lie. If you guys have gone with certain situations into the market from last 6 months, you might have observed that people are literally asking you some modules apart from ITSM. When you say that I am just an ITSM developer, so probably your profile will be on hold or you will not get any calls. So that means the expectation of the market is you should have other modules apart from ITSM. No matter how pro you are into ServiceNow development, but the market is like you need one module expertise at least. Okay, so I'm not telling any lie. It's a real time situations because we are communicating with the HR, we are communicating with the technical team. It's strictly no from every companies, right from small to large level of companies, that they need some high experience of other modules as well. Okay, so this is a syllabus that we have covered for combo 4 as well, Gen AI. So use Gen AI, generate scripting. Okay, so scenario based questions. Uh,
And
okay,
just to add on,
and you
Gen
will
AI
also have a
is there
lab
in the combo
exercise.
three as well.
And for Gen AI, D'Souza would herself be responsible for teaching you because she is also coming from Gen AI project, which she has recently delivered 2 to 3 projects recently from the last February. Okay, this February. So probably she will be responsible for this. So you will have a high level exposure getting training directly from her. Okay, and she's also taking interviews for her respective organization for Gen Zs. Okay, and for lead leadership interviews. Okay, so that level of experience she has with her. Okay, so guys, I'm sure you might have see this syllabus with you, and you also can scroll the syllabus as per your requirements. And this is something about combos 4 that we have created for you. Okay, so I'll just give you 5 minutes if anyone is trying to scroll on their own, just 5 minutes, and then quickly we can jump with another topic. All right, we have got the confirmation that link 4 is not working. So team, please check link 4 is not working. All right, shall we move next, Shah?
Guys, please go on mute if you're not talking to us. It's a request.
All right. So let's have a next slide here. Okay. So we will have testimonial sessions with us. So testimonial in the sense like people who have already taken training from us in the past. Okay. For respective combos, we have introduced them over the call. So I would like to introduce today Meha, who was a participant who has training. I mean, like we have multiple participants we have who have taken the training. It doesn't mean that he is the only one who have taken the training, but due to the time shortage, we are trying to introduce one by one. Okay, and in coming workshop, we will be having multiple testimonials. Okay, so I mean, like I have to take care of about everything in next 3 hours. So I'm just introducing one of our participants who took
Any
the training from
questions,
us.
any doubts, any queries, please feel free to ask. Unmute yourself and please ask. If not, then please allow us to proceed further.
Okay, Shah, am I audible to you?
Can I have combo in the chat? Can I have combo in the chat? If you guys are scrolling through the combos, can we all have combos in the chat? Just type combo in the chat.
Right. Shah, am I audible to you? Pallavi?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So should we start with the testimonials?
Yes, we can start. So somebody pinged that combo code link is not working. So Pallavi, could you please just check it in the backend whether it's working or not? And for sure, guys, don't worry. Even if let's say the links are not working, definitely you will get it over your emails officially. You can just fill the form of the registration form, and you will get it over your email officially. So yes, Tawfiq, please
Yeah,
proceed further.
yeah. The link is working now. Anyways, like we will
I
be
have
sending
just
the
given the new
broadcast.
link for combo.
Yeah, it's working now. Thank you, team. All right. So I was talking about testimonials. So we have introduced one of the participants who took the training in the past from us. Of course, there are multiple participants who have taken the training. However, probably we are just trying to call one by one because it's a shortfall of time with us for everyone. We have to cover a lot of things. So he took the training from us okay, in the past for admin and development, and he has got the job in other companies. So Meha, I would like to introduce to you and thank you for coming on this platform. I would open a session for you. So unmute yourself and have some words for us. And give that encouragement for other guys. And if you have some doubts, guys, feel free to ask to Meha a couple of questions so that he can answer you. Over to you, Meha. Thank you.
Yes, Toast. Yeah, first of all, I'm happy to be a part of in this session. So actually, Tausif introduced about me. So I'm just directly jump into my experience. So I would like to share my feedback on the ServiceNow System Administrator pack. So I attended that session entirely. So it was a highly informative and well-structured training. In the course content, they covered entire thing from the scratch to advanced level. So in the scratch, they covered in the system administrator, including using user roles, incident management, change management, CMDB catalog items, and then flow designers, and then reporting, all the things they covered. And then they have one future like they record the daily session and upload it in a set drive. They'll share the link regularly. Apart from that, teaching and training approach, the trainer demonstrated excellent way, and then they said lot of things with the real case scenarios, and then mm, the trainer was also approachable and encouraged questions, ensuring that all the doubts were clarified. And then they provide hands-on practices also. They will give like some case some use cases. We have to work on it. So they will provide all the things actually. We don't need to hesitate to reach out Tausi for they will always help us. Apart from that, they will provide daily notes also. Whatever they are taking, they'll provide certain notes. Yeah. Actually, in this session, I got a great experience and I got a great knowledge in this session. So that's it from my end. So if anything, please let me know.
All right. Thank you so much, Meha, for this testimonials, and thank you for your time. One last request, guys, do you have any questions for Meha? Only one, two questions very quickly. If not, we can proceed with next. All right.
Good
No
morning.
worries. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not sure, like this is a right to ask this question. Um, is it will be given any kind of project? Say, for example, if we complete use cases, yes, I do understand.
I think Razi is not available, if I'm not wrong.
Sorry?
Guys, can you hear him?
Okay,
Yes,
you're
we
not.
can. Yeah, we can listen to her. She's audible.
Okay. Okay.
Shall I ask now? Shall I
Yes,
proceed?
please. Yes, yeah, please ask.
Okay. Thank you for the valuable information like you have passed on, like combo one, combo two, combo three, combo four. It will be helpful for us to choose. Apart from that, I just want to know for each of the combos, are you kind of giving any kind of mini projects for us to work on? Is it not the live projects I'm asking about? It's but for the projects which will be adding value for us so that we'll be confident about the at the end of the course. Thank you.
Yes, Raji, we are giving projects, mini projects for all four combos. Only the thing is like the project will be delivered on the PDI, but not the real instance. Okay. Because getting real instance is really costly. But we have created a project in such a way. Only the thing is like you will get that feel as if like you're working with the companies and you're working with the stories. But only the thing is like you need to work on that PDI. And we will also give you a situations in the scenarios in a company like how we do on daily basis, like with the agile team, with the scrum team, and with the business analyst team all together. So you will be having that level of experience as if you're working on the project, and 80% you will feel that you're not into the training but you're working on the project. So that level of hardcore trainings we give when it comes to practical, because the reason I'm telling you is confidently is because there are multiple videos on the YouTube. Then the question is like why you are coming here for the training, why you can't take the trainings on YouTube, right? And there are multiple people, multiple channels, but in every YouTube you will not get the things of mini project, you will not get practical experience. And that is the reason we are just driving hard to make you guys very perfect when it comes to practical, because service now is growing very fast and we have to catch up that pace as well. So we just try to teach you basic things and the theoretical things that will not work you practically to land the job. End of the day, you are people trying to get the ServiceNow training to land a job, just not for the having the information knowledge in your mind. Okay, so that is the reason we are driving these things very carefully to get the fulfillment of the requirement as per the trend. So I hope that Raji, I was able to answer your question.
Just to add on, tomorrow we are going to showcase all the ebooks, the use cases ebooks, so that you guys will get extreme idea that how much useful and how much impactful our training is going to be, so that those ebooks are containing only purely the use cases. So we are going to give you a walkthrough on tomorrow's session, not today. So just till the time, stay tuned, stay connected, and be there with us until the end. So you will get a complete overall idea from top to bottom. Everything you will be getting here itself at HackNow itself.
Thank you. And I've also booked one-to-one consultation. I think tomorrow, Sun 45. Hope I'll get a call.
Yes. So if you book the consulting call, so definitely me or my team will be get back to you and we will jump on that call and we'll discuss in detail once again. All right. So thank you, Matt. Thank you once again. So now, next participant would be not the candidate, but the trainer. Okay. So she is a part of uh, HackNow. And the best part is like, you won't believe, she herself was a student for us. So she tried to enroll with us for learning integrations and something about ITOM. And then she took a training from us. And then we offered a opportunity for her to become a trainer. And she happily accepted that. And she has a very good communication skills. And she is working with us as a trainer. And guys, you might also have that opportunity where you might be the one who will becoming a trainer for HackNow itself. Let's say, for an example, if you're driving these workshops, multiple workshops with different modules. So when you take the trainings from us, you will be the also participant where we can try to offer you trainers positions with us, because when we are giving a lot of workshops in upcoming weeks, definitely we also need to have that ratio balance like demand and supply. That means, let's say that we are getting number of queries from the customers to enroll. So we should have also the trainers with us. So you might be the one from this decorum that you will get opportunity for the trainer also. So Winnie was the same person who took the training from us. She liked the decorum, she liked the professionalism, she liked the etiquettes, what we delivered. So when we offered her this position, she accepted this position, and now she's taking the training from last 6 months, and she is training into ITOM, admin development, and scripting. So she's doing really well. So Winnie, I would ask you to open your mic and have some discussions. And how was your experience with us when you were taking the training from us and you when become the trainer with us?
Sure. Thanks, Tausif, for it. Hello, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity to share my testimonial here. And as Tausif told, I was a part of HackNow as a candidate initially, where I approached, I how I approached HackNow is again use via LinkedIn. If you see HackNow's LinkedIn posts and others, you will see multiple sources of information that you find. Right, that is how I have approached, and that is how I've taken a training that really helped me in my professional growth. I cannot tell you in words how it did help. It really helped me grow in a very vast I had a very good career growth, I would say. And how it helped me is my customers started telling that we want to have a call with Vinny before we take up a decision on adding a new module into our instance. So that was a confidence I was able to build with customers within my organization after going through the training. And thanks to HackNow for giving me an opportunity to be a trainer for them. I would say it's an absolute pleasure for me to work with them. And when I joined the training sessions as a trainer, because you did hear about a candidate testimonial already from Meha, but as a trainer, how did I feel? Is the feedback or my opinion that I want to share. What I expected when I joined as a trainer is that I would learn the teaching skills, the teaching techniques that Hacknow follows. Because I was really amazed by the trainers who taught me. Okay, I was really amazed, and I was expecting to gain some teaching techniques, how I would deliver things, how I could improve my articulation, how I could improve my communication, and how I could deal with people around. Okay, this is what I wanted to learn. Did join them as a trainer. Technically I was fit, but how what else I could learn from them is what these were the things that I was looking for. But you wouldn't believe me, not only these, and when I was really giving the training also, we had internal trainings amongst all the trainers that Hack now provided, which is called the trainers training program, which again helped me in my professional growth. There were a lot of scripting techniques that people have come up with. There were a lot of documentation techniques that people have come up with. And I have seen a very vast career difference after being associated with HackNow and before that. And this program with HackNow was not only about delivering content to customers, but it was about transforming people's journey. Because you know how HackNow defines people journey, or how it strives to give a value to their candidates, is really awesome. You will have running notes, you will have use cases that you will build in, you will have scenarios that you will work on, multiple things, and you will have very interactive sessions. That was really helpful, I would say, in the trainer when I was a candidate for them, and also when I'm working as a trainer, that intended giving me a satisfaction that I'm helping somebody to groom their career like I had my career groomed, right? So that was one I had. And the the trainers training program that we had really helped me build a lot of confidence, and also improved my communications, and I also learned how I could manage my responsibilities, how I could segregate things. Okay, this was one that I've really learned from people within HackNow. And Shah, Tausif, Pallavi, everybody are really supportive. You give a call in the midnight, they'll answer the call. That supportive they are. And I was really amazed by the dedication they had, because I haven't seen people around. And coming from a technical background, I do have a vast experience around 8+ years. So with this background, I did work, took training from some other institute, not only ServiceNow. I did work on other areas. I did take trainings from other institutes, but I have never seen such dedication people having. That I was really amazed with HackNow. I would say they're very professional. That dedication I haven't seen, and always strive to give candidates the best. And coming to how my training helped me is one, I already had a career, and it gave me a second career opportunity. I never thought I could be a trainer, and I am delivering lectures very efficiently today. The confidence I got is only with the team of HackNow, how they built confidence within me. So that is the confidence they have built. And if you talk about being a trainer, I also have to talk about commercials. You never go and ask for payment. Okay, when you're training somebody, you need not go and say, Tosif, I need my payment. No, they are well upfront. You need not even think about it. Your amount will be credited. So that efficient and that dedicated they are, I cannot tell you in words. And it is a very smooth and timely payment cycle that they have. It is a very smooth process that they have, I can say. I don't know about other institutes how they take up payments. I have heard that it is not very well managed. Yeah, but here it's you never have to think about when would I get it. Before you think, you will get the amount credited in your accounts. So that is the dedication people are maintaining here. And the opportunity, working with HackNow, taking a training with HackNow, I can say has opened many doors for me to explore, enter new trainings, enter new new modules within ServiceNow, enhance my visibility in my team, and also within HackNow, I can say. And this also helped me support others in my learning journey. Okay, not only candidates and others. I do have people around me who might need support, right? That really this journey with HackNow had helped me in supporting others also. So that is one additional benefit that I can say. Lot of things. I'm really happy to be part of this wonderful organization, and they have a very good professionalism. They have a structured approach and a genuine care for trainers or the candidates. And this makes this place a standout, I would say, because I've seen other institutes and other consultancies, other many other places, but this place really stands out for me. So and I just want to say that this journey has been one of the growth journey for me, and I had multiple clarity over multiple things, and I did understand what is the purpose of what I am doing. Okay, it is not only that I learn, I implement, it is something that I am giving my knowledge to others also. So that is the purpose I have learned, and I'm also very much excited to continue with them, building a strong foundation with them. And I'm also I also think I aspire many other trainers. I also think I aspire many other people, and help HackNow grow even bigger. So thank you once again for HackNow, and everyone who have worked with me and helped me evolve so high. Wishing all of them all the best, and thank you so much for helping me having a very successful journey, and I can say a very happy journey, and looking forward for the same with Hack Now, and looking forward for the same for everyone as well. Yeah, that is about my journey with Hack Now.
Thank you so much, Vinny. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shah. Thanks, Tosif, and thanks, Pallavi. You were always there behind. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we will be always there in future as well for
Thank you
everyone.
so much.
For
Yeah, I
everyone.
know that, but you were always there. That I really want to highlight. You were always there. Let it be midnight. This point I just have to tell. I took a training for an international candidate. It was very early morning India time, and whenever we had any issue, I give a call, and within 2 rings, people used to pick it up. It was very early morning India time, and that dedicated people within Hacknow are. That is what I can say. Within 2 rings, they used to pick it up. Yeah, thank you so much.
Once again, thank you. Yes, Tosif, please continue.
All right, I mean, I was just getting a goosebumps when you're telling this, feedback, and really thanks from bottom of my heart, and also thanks on behalf of all the participants here. So I'm sure this, are motivating words for us as well, and for the candidates who are going to enroll this session soon. So yes, guys, so this was the session, and this was the transformation of the career. What I have showed you in the first days, first slide, that we are also building a transformation career for the people. Okay, so when you saw an example of Winnie, so she enrolled with us as a candidate, and now she is a trainer. And you might have heard from her voice that level of confidence she has. Okay, so that is what we are giving the two-way opportunities to learn also and to earn also. Okay, so and Winnie is already taking one batch right now, but I asked her to excuse from that batch from for 5-15 minutes and join here. She again has to go there and continue with her batches
Yeah, I
because
am just dropping
she
off. Thank you,
yes,
everyone,
yeah, thank you.
and
Yeah,
very all the best. And just move forward with your decision with Hack Now, and
yeah,
you will never regret with your decision. I am very confident with it. Thank you, and very all the best for everyone. Thanks, Tosif and Shah.
thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Yeah. So she's busy in like weekend session. So she's taking training for admin and development. So yeah, so that is the commitment she has given to us. Of course, we also have multiple trainers, so we cannot introduce everyone on the same call because it's shortfall of time. And we will keep on introducing testimonials from the candidate perspective and the trainer's perspective. So not least, D'Souza also one of the example. If I start talking about D'Souza, probably it will take more next 30 minutes. When I started, the interaction with the D'Souza, it was like very heavy experience working with her. Of course, I have also learned so many things from her. She is more experienced than me, and we are just exchanging our ideas and learnings throughout the sessions. But yes, we'll try to drive these things once again in the next sessions, in the next workshop. Guys, believe me, whether you would like to enroll or don't enroll, it's not necessary, but at least keep on trying to attend the workshop that we are upcoming with things. As I've already told you in the yesterday session that we are coming with a CSM workshop. Don't enroll, that's fine, but at least join the sessions and see like what's going around the world. Okay, so that is what I wanted to say. So now I know like D'Souza is waiting since long time for us to hand over the session to her. So that was something that I was waiting for delivered today from my end. So we'll quickly start the technical sessions from D'Souza, and we'll continue technical doubt sessions. And if you guys have any doubts, from the first session, please feel free to ask her, and then we can move on with the next technical sessions. All right, D'Souza, over to you, and thanks for having me here, and thanks Pallavi, and handing over session to D'Souza.
Thank you so much, Tausif. Like it's very helpful. Like whatever the feedback which they have given, like it will be very helpful for the students who are enrolling, because like I feel that HackNow is a place. It's not like the other institutions where we'll be just join, like complete the classes and just leave. It's never like that, because like we will be in interaction with the students all over the time. Like whenever they have any queries, even they have completed their classes, even they will drop some mails, and like they feel like they're still connected. We are not like once we complete the classes we are disconnected. No, it's not like that in the Hackno world. It's something like always we are connected. It's a very good thing. Okay, so coming back to this.
Thank you so much, D'Souza, for this lovely comment and lovely feedback. It really made my day and the entire team's day. I can say entire Hacknow team day. Okay.
Thanks, Shadab. Thanks, Shah. Thanks, Tausif. Like you were always helpful. So whenever we have any queries or whenever we have any issues, like you are easy to reach. Okay, so yeah. So coming back to our session, so do you people have any queries in the last session which we have discussed? Yes, no. I just need some chart at least. Okay, that's cool. So let's start with the service catalog today. Yesterday I had just given you a brief introduction about like the catalog. Okay, so we'll just go little deep into it, create a catalog item, create a flow designer, and just see how it works. Okay, so what do you mean by a service catalog? What do you understand by that? You can just unmute yourself and you can say, or otherwise you can just ping in the chat. Anything is fine for me. Any idea on what is service catalog? Yes, it helps in taking inputs from the end user. You're right. What else? Any other inputs? What do you understand? Like if you heard about service catalog. Okay, so let's start. Let me share my screen. It creates a request. Yes, you are right. Okay, so going little deep into it. Okay, service catalog, I can see it's just a form. Okay, it is a form. Okay, whenever you want to request anything, say for example, you want to request a laptop. Okay, service catalog is the place where you can raise that request. Or if you want you yourself to be added to any group, or if you want your group member to be added to any group, service catalog is the place. If you want to request any service, service catalog is the place. Any item, any access, okay, whatever it might be. Okay, so the service catalog, why they are designing the service catalog is, it is like the design. They can just open the form, fill the details, and once they submit the request, it is something like it's done. It's done from the requester end. Okay, so everything will be automated at the back end, and like the process will go on, and like you will be getting the notifications also in between. Let's say you have placed an Amazon order. Okay, let's say you have placed any Amazon order. So so what are the things? Say for example, if you want to purchase a mobile. Okay, so what are the things like you will be doing like when you want to purchase a mobile from the Amazon, Flipkart, whatever it might be? What is the first thing you'll be doing it? I just need some answers, please. Let's make the session more interactive. Okay. It's not something like I just deliver some things and like you people just log in and do some other work. Okay. Let's utilize this time. So when you want to purchase a mobile, okay, when you want to place an order in the Amazon, Flipkart, whatever the site may be, what is the first thing you'll be doing?
We'll add to cart.
You'll add to cart. Yes, that's right. The next thing, the next step.
Look the catalog.
Sorry, Sakshi.
We will look the catalog of the phones.
Okay. So first you'll be selecting the model. When you search something there, like you'll be getting different models. From that, like you have to search a model. Once you search the model, like color, and then like you will add it to the cart, right? Okay, once you added it to the cart, what is the next step? What is the next step you will be doing? Once you add it to the cart, checkout, payment, right? Once the payment is done, once the payment is done, like what's the next step? There will be some notifications which will be coming to you that like your order is like your order is confirmed, your order is delivered, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So these are some of the notifications which we will be getting whenever we place an order. Okay. So these all come into picture in service catalog in ServiceNow. Okay, so all the process, the complete process, when you request anything or when you add it to the cart, when you check out and payment, everything is part of the service catalog. Okay, so let us do one exercise here. Okay, so before that, like let me be clear on what is service catalog. So according to our discussion, it is something like it's a form or it is, I can say, user-friendly interface. Yes or no? It should be user-friendly. So that like the user can just fill in and he can request whatever he want. It is something like whatever we have discussed, items or access, right? It is a user-friendly interface that provides a centralized place. Okay, if you just want to search anything, it is a single place where you will be searching, right? So it's a single place where user can request the services or he can request any items or access, whatever it may be. Okay, like we can say it is just like an online shopping portal. Okay, many of the sites, many of the online sites in the backend, they are using the ServiceNow. Okay, they are using the ServiceNow to design that catalog and order the catalog, sending the notifications and all those. Okay, those all are done. Those all are using ServiceNow. Okay, and like we will be mainly using it for IT and business services. Okay, whenever the catalog items which we design in our organization, we will mainly do it for IT and business services. But still, like the service now can be used for the other online shopping portals, retails, and all those things can also be used. Okay, so what is the use of it? What is the use of using the service catalog? It allows the organization to standardize and automate request fulfillment processes, right? So whenever you just submit the request, okay, so what will happen is like based on the request you have submitted, let's say you have submitted a request for procurement of a phone. Okay, so what will happen is there will be an ticket which will be directly assigned to the procurement team where they can just work on it and like deliver the mobile to your office. Okay, so it is something like that. So it's a standardized process. So whenever that request is raised, this should happen. Whenever this one is raised, this should happen. Okay, so we that's why we call the ServiceNow as a workflow management tool. Okay, and it is used to standardize our processes. And also everywhere we can track how much time it is taken to do the things. Everything will be tracked inside the ServiceNow. Okay, the efficiency can be increased using this, the tracking can happen, and like if both are there, definitely the user satisfaction will be there, right? So the important things we have it in the service catalog is something like self-service portal. Okay, self-service portal or something like they can any user can just open the portal, okay, and request whatever he want. It's not needed that he should have some service now knowledge to do that. Okay, he can just open, end users can just open, browse, and submit the request. Okay, so once they submit the request, like you, so in order to do that more seamlessly, we need to design some catalog items. Okay, that we call it as the catalog items. Each item or service or product, whatever it might be. Okay, when we are designing it, that item is called as the catalog item inside the service now. Okay, we have something called as the workflows. Workflows are something like, say, for example, if they have submitted a request. Okay, so what is the flow that should happen? What should happen after that? Okay, so all those things, any approvals, notifications, whatever it might be. Okay, so all those things will be defined clearly in the workflows. Okay, and also we have something called as the request tracking. Say for example, the some person has raised a request. Okay, let's say we have placed an order. Okay, we have an option to track the request using the tool, right? Whatever the site may be, Amazon, Flipkart, Zepto, whatever it might be. Okay, they can just like enter the tracking number or enter the order number and they can track where the order is, right? Even the tracking will be available. But in the service now, we call that order number as request or requested item. Okay. And we have something called as the categories here. Under what category it fell in, like let's say it's a hardware, software, whatever it might be. Okay, so these are the terminologies which we will be using in the service catalog in ServiceNow. Okay, apart from the service catalog, we have so many things called as the order guides, record producers, so many things will be there. Okay, but like this is like just of what is service catalog and what are the things which are involved in this. So if we just go here, any queries in this? So any queries here? Okay. So let us go here and let's see what's here and then we can just go for the practical session. Now, okay, the service management. So under the service management, we have something called as the service catalog. And in the service now, it is something like we have almost like 100 different languages. Okay. So in whatever the language they want, they can just customize it accordingly. So when they change the language, whatever the details which we have it in, like let's say we have a Spanish customer. Okay, so they have to change the language to Spain automatically based on the user's country. Okay, the language will get changed whenever they open that service catalog. They can see it in Spanish. Okay, it has that capability also. So how we design the catalogs, as I told you, it involves a structured and mainly the user-friendly interface. Okay, that includes like what are the items which we need. Like it will be structured in such a way, say for example, all the services will be kept in one place. And if you need all the hardware, it will be in a different place. Okay, so it is structured in a easy and convenient way for the users. Okay, so that they can just click on it and request the service. And the request workflows, as I told you, it requires a clear understanding of what is happening inside it. And as the workflows, so it is something like it will automate the handling of the requests, like whatever the organization policies are there, we will be designing the workflows according to it. Along with that, like the approvals whenever it is needed. Let's say we want to like procure some a laptop. Okay, so we need the manager's approval there. Okay, so all that approvals can also be sent here, and everything, the approvals, notifications, or the process, whatever it is, we will be designing everything in a single place called as the workflow. Okay, that workflow editor, we used to use it before. Now we are using the flow designer. This is what automating with flow designer. So once we design the flow, what will happen is any complex solution, whenever the request is raised, automatically that flow designer will be called, and like it will try to simplify the process, and like it will automate the process, and it will give us the result, whatever result or service, whatever we want. Let's talk about the client side and server side later. But as of now, let's see the practical example of this. I'll just give you 2 minutes so that like whoever has the instance, they can just open their instance and let me know if it is open. I'll just give a minute so that you people can just open your instances so that you can work along with me. I'll just give 2 minutes. Okay, at 12:08, you people, in the meanwhile, you people can just open all the instances, all your instances, so that we can start our work. Please let me know in the chat when it is open. Okay, is it open? Did you people open that? Yes. Okay, fine. So let us start. Just go to the application navigator and just type in maintain items. Just go to the application navigator and just maintain, just click in maintain items. So once you click in maintain items, you can just click on it. And like here, you can see an option called new, click on that. So now our requirement is something like, I'll just want to add the users to a groups. Okay. So if I want to, my use case is something like, I just want to add users to groups. Okay, so whenever I give any username along with that any group name, so that what should happen is like that particular user should get added to the group automatically. Okay, the flow designer should run in the backend and that user should get added to the group automatically. So no, I should not add it manually. So whenever the user fills in that form, so what should happen is like the user and group, like in that particular group, the user should be added. Okay, so to do that, so you can just go to the maintain items and then click on new. You can see this. Okay, are you people are on the same screen? Yes, no? I
Yes,
just need
yes.
some response. Great, great. Okay. So if I just click on new record, you can just give some name. Let's say add users to groups. Okay. I can just give some name, something called as the add users to group. Okay. And it should be under the service catalog. Just click on this catalog and type in service catalog. Okay. You will be getting this. You can just select that. Okay. It will be going here and just need to log the catalog, so that it will be done. When you just don't lock it, it will not be visible there. And you can also select the category. Okay, you will be having so many categories here. Based on your requirement, I can just select the category. As of now, I'll just select the services category. Clear till here, or do you have any queries? Just say yes, no. Clear? Great. Okay, so then these are the mandatory things which we need to fill in. Then it's the item details, the short description. I'll just say, I can just write about it. Okay, adding users to groups. So this is the short description, and like I can just write some description saying that whenever a user wants, whenever we want to add user to a group, users need to request from this form. Okay, so you can just write some short description and description. I'll just show you where all these things can be shown up. Okay, so in the item details, we'll just fill in these details. Okay, and like if you want to put any picture, this is the place where you can just put the picture and the pricing you want. Let's say like if you want to increase the price, like let's say it's $100. As of now, it's a service, so no need of any price. But when you are requesting for any hardware item, okay, so this price will come into picture there. As of now, it's just a service. I'm not doing anything. The portal settings will have it. Okay, let me just save it. Okay, and click on something called as a try it. Okay, so it is something like we are under service catalog, office services. This is our catalog name, and whatever the short description and the description we have given, so that is showing up here. Okay, and like the quantity, order now, add to cart, empty, all these things are the default items which will be showing up. So clear till here? Okay, great. So when you just want to go back to the item, what you can do, you can just from here click on it and configure item. Then you can just go back to the previous page. Okay. Now let's add some variables here. Okay, let's add some variables. So as of now, I just want to add the user. Okay, so I just want to add the user. So what I can do is question. I can just say requested for. Okay, so the name will be coming up automatically when you just give the question as requested for. So the name will be coming up automatically. Okay, and default value, I just want to get the user ID. So what I can do is I can just say gs dot. Okay, we can see about all those things later. So like when you just give this, what will happen is the logged in user will be automatically popped up here. Okay, so the question, so I just want it to be in the top. Oh, that is nothing but the order. Okay, and like if you want that to be mandatory, you can just click on mandatory and click on submit. Okay, so along with this, I just want to add two more variables where I just want to add it under the variable sets. Okay, so variable set is something like if you want a group of variables to be included, and that variables can be included in many catalog items. Okay, let's say requested for phone number and all are like repeated variables. Okay, so those type of variables you can just declare it in a variable set, and everywhere you can just call that. Okay, so as of now, let me create one variable set. Okay, I just want to create one multi-row variable set where it should be visible like this. Let me click on add here, this multi-row variable set. I'll see group details. Okay, so the internal name will be coming up automatically. I'll just give some order. Okay, and it should be like 2-column wide alternating sides for me. So once I select this, I can click on submit. Okay, and I can just come back to this variable sets and open that. So I have to declare what should be there in this variable set. Okay, so the two variables, one variable is like the reference. That is nothing but the user. And that should be for the reference of user table. So all the users are stored in a table called as the user table. Okay, so once we have done this, we can just make it as mandatory. Click on submit. Let me make it as order as the one and submit. In the same way, I just want to create one more variable called as the group. So that like if I give both the things, like it should be added. Reference again. Let me make it as order 2. Group name. And like for the group table, it is we have some group table where we have the list of all the groups. That is nothing but the sys underscore. That is the group name. This is this one, sys underscore user underscore group. Okay. I'll make this as also as mandatory submitted. Okay. So once we have done this, let's see the form. Try it. Okay. So here what's happening here is, let's say the user. Okay. If I just add the username and if I just add the group name and if I click on add, what should happen is this particular user should get added to the particular group. Okay, let's work on it. So in order to do that, okay, so whenever we give any user and any group, so that particular user should get added to that particular group. So in order to do that, we have a table called, let's design a flow designer for that. So that like whenever a particular user and group name is given in that, all that users and groups will be automatically added. Okay, let's open the flow designer for that. Okay, let's design a flow designer for it. Okay, so let me create a new flow here. Let me give the name, add users to groups. Okay, so this will be my name. If I want to describe that, I can just describe it. Let me know when you people are stuck somewhere. Okay. Is it clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay, did you people you open the flow designer? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. So let's give some name. Okay. And the trigger condition. Okay. Trigger condition is nothing but we are designing a service catalog here, right? So let's just give something called as the service catalog. Okay. So once you give the service catalog, you have given the service catalog as the trigger. Okay. Trigger is nothing but like when that catalog item should open. Okay. So that is the trigger. So once the trigger is there, then our next step is something like we have to write what should happen, right? So under actions, just click on actions. Under action, you have something called as the create record. Okay. So on which table I want? I just want that to be created on the requested item table. So I can just drag and drop this here. Okay, let me requested item. Okay, so the first one is the create record. So once you created the record, like in requested item table, I just want to do it for a item. What is that item? So I just want to give the item name here. What is our item name? Add users to groups, right? Add users to groups. Okay, let me just give the item name and click on done. So what will happen? So the first thing is like I'll just give add users to the AD groups and I can just click on OK. Okay. Then after opening that, the first thing is adding the service catalog. And then the next step is okay. Let me just get the catalog variables first and then let me create this record. Let me delete this one and let me get the catalog variables first. Click on catalog and let's take this catalog item variables. Okay, let us get the catalog variables first. So we need to get it for this requested item record, and like the item is add users to groups. Okay, so once I do that, like whatever the variables which I have requested, so those two variables will be shown here, requested for and the group details. Okay, so just select those variables and drag it to this side. So that like these will be the selected variables which we have dragged in. Okay, then click on done. Okay, so initially we have just like created, like we are saying that it's for a service catalog, and then we are trying to get the catalog variables. Okay, for that particular requested item, we are just saying that item name is add users to group, and whatever the variables which we have selected those to implement the next logic. Okay, so here if you see, it is okay, it is something like a multi-select. Okay, so if you do, let's say Abraham Lincoln and add some group. Okay, and like you can do multiple selections here. It's not a single selection. Okay, you can add up to 500 rows like this. Okay, so in order to do that, like we have to put it in a loop. Okay, so that's the reason I'll just take this for flow logic, and in this flow logic, I'll just use this for each. Okay, so what will happen is like for each of the record which I have it, I just want to do that. For each item in get catalog variables in the group details, I just want to do that particular logic. I just want to implement that particular logic. Okay, so once I have done that, okay, then what should be the action which I want to perform? So I'll just click on action. Okay, so once I click on action, it is something like I just want to create a record. So in which table I just want to create? I just want to create it under GR member table. So I'll just open the GR member table and I'll show you what is there in that. So this is the backend name of the table. Okay. So for each user record, GREMEM. Okay, so what will happen is for each group, let's say this ITSM app dev, in these two groups, for each group and for each user, there will be a different record which will be showing up here. So what I'll be doing is whatever the details which I enter there, for those I'll be creating a record here so that the users will be added to the groups automatically. So okay, so what are the two fields which we are seeing here in this GR member table? Group, user. Okay, so let me select those two. First one is the group. Okay, and the next one is the user. I have selected both the variables. Once I have selected both the variables, so let us see what's showing up here. So the group is something like which group you have to select. So which group you have to select? You have to select the group which is given here. Okay, it should be a dynamic thing. It shouldn't be a static thing where you'll be selecting a specific group. So whatever the groups they have given here, it should get added. So let's make it more dynamic. Okay, to make it more dynamic, okay, if you have a specific group and if you want to make it as static, you can just use these variables. Okay, use this particular groups. And if you want to make it as a dynamic, let's see here. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm just creating a group member record here. In that group member record, I just want to select the group first. Okay, for each in the group details, I want to select the group. Okay, in this, let me save this so that all the variables will be coming up. It's not coming up. Let me save it and do it one more time. Let me reload the page. Ideally, what will happen is this ServiceNow flow designer will just take some time to reload the things. Okay, it's just getting reloaded. I just want to take it in the GR member table. It's still processing. So for each item in that catalog group details, yes, this group has come up now. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating a group member record here. Going to for each group. Let me take that. Let me click on done. So we have created the group records here. So once we have created the group records, so that the next step is something like we need to update the requested item record. So let's do that. We have something called as the update record here. So here what we want to do is once the request is getting completed. Okay, so once the request is getting completed, what I want is I just want the request to be completed here. Okay, let us raise the request in the meanwhile it loads. Okay, I'll just give some requested for. So if I just want the requested for name, I can just give it. Okay, let's give some name. Okay, so I've just requested for, and I'm just adding two names here. One person, Abraham Lincoln, needs to be added to the App Engine Studio users, and Ellen Rebeck needs to be added to this group. Okay, so let's me click on the order now. Let us see in the meanwhile. Yes, it got loaded. Okay, in the update record, what I want to do, I just want to update the record, update the requested item record. Okay. Not sure, it's taking some time to load. Even here, it's the same case. If you just click on order now, what will be happening is a request will be created. Okay. And a requested item will be created inside that. Let's give a 1 more minute so that it might be loading. So any questions still here? In the meanwhile, do you people understand what we are trying to do here? Yes, no? Okay, great. Still loading. As many people are using the instance, like it's slow, taking some time to load. Let me try to resubmit the form one more time. We can just go to the maintain items and we can do it. Or we can directly go to the portal and open it. As it is taking a lot of time, I don't think that it will be opening from the portal. So that's the reason I'm opening it from the maintain items. Let me try to resubmit the form one more time. Yes. So the flow designer will just try to complete this flow designer. So the update record, which record you want to update? I just want to update this requested item record. Okay. So in the requested item record, I just want to change the state. Okay. To close complete. And I just want to make the stage as complete and active false. Okay. So these are the three conditions which will happen whenever we close the RATM record. Click on done. Okay, and we'll try to test it how it works. Yes, let us do this. Let me just try to add it. Okay, so it's Adela, App Engine idioms. I just want to add these two users to these two groups. So let me click on order now and let me open the flow designer. Okay, let me open the flow. Let me just stop my share and open it. Might be it's taking some bandwidth. So the request is getting submitted. There is some slowness which I'm experiencing with the instance. Might be that's the reason. Let me reshare my screen. I think. Okay. Okay. So the request got submitted now. So this is the request number. So this is our design flow designer, like what we have designed. So we will check how it works now. Okay. So initially, so we have something called as the activate here. Okay. So before activating, it's the best practice to test it how it is working. So if you activate it, what will happen is whenever a request gets submitted, so that this flow will be running automatically. So before doing that, like the best practice is like you have to test it how it works. So that if it is working properly, then you can just publish it. Let me just save it. So let us check one more time. So the first is the service catalog. We are calling the service catalog. Once we call the service catalog, we are trying to get the variables, get the catalog variables which are inside the service catalog. That is like from the requested item. So these are the two variables which I want to get it. So let me add this and click on done. Then, so for each item in catalog variables, I'll just try to do that. I'm trying to create. It's not loading properly. Okay, so once I get the variables from the catalog item, so I'll just request it there. So once I request the variable, so the members will get added here. So this is the way how we need to design the flow designer. And like when we just request the item here, so whatever the users you add it here, so that users will be added automatically to the groups. Okay. So now let's go to the next topic, that is the client side and the server side scripts. So before going there, like, do you have any queries in that? How we need to design the flow designer and how we need to design the catalog items and all? Yes, no? Why requested for variable? Like, did you give that as a reference? Banu, did you give that as a reference? If you give that as a reference, then definitely it will be auto-populated. Like my instance is taking some time and even the variables are not loading properly. So that's the reason like I'm not able to show you the exact output as of now. Now, okay, we can just take a 15 minutes break. Okay, then we can just like regroup at 1 again. Thank you guys. Hey team, I'm back. So we'll just give one more minute so that the others will be in. Just say S, like if you're back, just type in S so that we can just start. Are you people back? Okay, that's great. Okay, so like I've just changed my network. So let me share my screen. Okay, so we'll just see the output here. Okay, so we'll just see output like how it is coming up now. Let Okay, so this is the item like which we have designed. Okay, and then like I just gave it as a reference. Okay, reference now, and like I just gave the option there so that like the logged in username will be coming up. Like some of you have asked me like why the logged in name is not coming up. It will be coming up now due to some loading issues. It's not came up before. Okay, so once you give this, what will happen is that like whenever you open that form, whoever is logged in, that username will be coming up. Okay, so let me just try it. So can you see this like the requested for I'm logged in as a system administrator. So the system administrator name will be coming up. Like if I impersonate as any other user, you can just see that person name also. Tutor, let's say. If the able tutor has opened the form, we can see that able tutor. Okay, whoever is logged into the system, that person name can be seen here. So let me stop the impersonation. Impersonation is nothing but like it tells us like how the person will be seeing the form. Okay, if you have developed something and like if you want to see it is working properly for them or not, then you can just impersonate as them and let's check like whether it's working properly or not. So now let's me reload the page. Okay, I'll just try to add some things here. I'll just give some name as App Engine Admins and I'll just try to add names as Abel Tutor. And then let me take the other assignment group, App Engine Studio, and let me try to add the same Abel Tutor name. And like if you want to add the other names also, you can add. Like why I'm adding Abel Tutor is it will be easy for us to validate it. Okay, so once I have done that, I can just click on order now. So initially I just want to test how it works. Okay, so once I get the request number, I can just put it in the flow designer like how we have done yesterday and we can just test it how it works. Okay, I can just see the request number here. Let me take the item number as I have given the requested item record. Okay, let me just test it. Okay, I can just open that requested item record and click on run test. So in the same flow designer, I'm just trying to run the test. So we are just testing it to make sure that it's working as expected before we activate the flow. Okay, so the run test has completed. Let me just open it. Okay, so everything seems to be completed here and if we don't have any errors here. Okay, what we can do is, so what we have done here, like we just added the Abel tutor to two groups, right? So let me open the Abel tutor record and let us see whether he got added or not. Dot list. So this is the person whom we try to add it. Okay, you can just see now. So created by. Okay, so you can just see like this got added about a minute ago. Okay, so the Abel tutor got added to whatever the groups which we have mentioned here. Is it clear now? Yes, no? Are you people with me? Are you people understanding what's happening? I just need some responses. Great. Okay. Okay. So this is how we can automate the things. Okay. Automate the things in the service now. So whenever the user just fills in that form and click on submit, automatically the users are getting added to the groups. Okay. So this is one of the automation. Apart from that, we can do so many things using the service now flow designer, as I have told you yesterday. Okay, now let's talk something about the client side and the server side scripts. Okay, so this is one of the most important, like the basic thing which we will be like whenever we start with the service now. Okay, so we need to understand what are the different types of scripts, what is the client side script, what is the server side scripts. Okay, so this has to be more clear for us. Okay, so now let's talk something about the client side and the server side scripts. What do you people understand by the client side scripts? Any idea? What do you understand by client side? I don't want exact like what should be in the service now, at least like the basic understanding of the client side. Any idea on like what is client side? Okay, you're right, Banu. It works, it will run on browser. Yes. Any other thing? What do you understand by the server side? Client side, you're right, like it will run on the browser. What about the server side? I just need some, at least type it in the chat. Okay. What do you understand by the server side? Whether it may be right or wrong, no problem. Just type it something. Are you people there? Okay. So client side is something like it runs in the user's browser. Yes, he's right. Okay, it runs on the user's browser. When it will be running? When they interact with forms or catalog items. Okay, so whenever they interact with either forms or catalog items, when they open or when they want to do something, okay, so that's the time this client side scripts will come into picture. Usually when you are filling the forms, you might have seen that like whenever you enter the country, okay, whenever you enter the country, so based on that country the states will be coming up. Say for example, if you have entered the country as India, then all the states in India will come up, like Telangana, Rajasthan, and all those things. And in the same way, like if you have entered like a country as US, okay, based on that, like whatever the states which we have it in US, all those states will be coming up. So it is something like based on the selection what we have done, the other things will be shown up on the form. Okay, so that is nothing but the client side scripts. Okay, like if you go deep into that client side scripts, you will know like what are the different types of client side scripts. We'll go one by one here. Okay, so what is the use of this client side scripts? If you just want to, let's say in this case we want to hide the state field. Okay, until and unless the user enters the country, like you just don't want to show the state field. Okay, so that is one of the best example. And like you just want to autofill based on some user actions, you just want to autofill the forms. That is one. And like let's say if you want to validate any user inputs. Okay, so that is one. Okay, these are the different users, like different places where we will be using the client side scripts. Okay, coming to the server side scripts. Okay, server side scripts are something like that runs on, I can say ServiceNow server. Okay, why they'll be running? They will handle data processing, database operations, and business logics. Okay, so these server-side scripts are nothing but like if you want to do some data processing or any database operations or any business logics. Okay, so in the previous example, the same previous example, if you see, okay, so based on like in the client side, how we can do is whenever they enter the country, okay, the state will be coming up. Okay, but the values inside the state, okay, whatever the values inside the state, in order to get that values, definitely we have to use the server side script. Okay, until and unless you use the server side script, the values will not populate here. Okay, only the field level changes, or on the browser you can see that. But like if you want to get the actual values inside the country and state, then definitely you have to use the server side scripts. Okay, like if you just take some example, okay, what are the different types of client side scripts? We have so many client side scripts. That is, the first one is something like the UI policies. Okay, and the next one we have something called as the client scripts. You have something called as the UI actions. Okay, UI actions can be done both on the client side and the server side, but these are the some of the client side scripts. Coming to the server side scripts, you have something called as the business rules. We have something called as the workflows or flow designer, whatever you call it as. Okay, you have something called as the schedule scripts or schedule jobs. Okay, we have something called as the data policies. We have something called as the UI actions. Okay, you have something called as the script includes. Okay, so there are so many things which we have it on the server side. Okay, so whenever you are writing any JavaScript, there will be some methods which you call it on the client side, and there will be some methods which you call it on the server side. Okay, so let's see those. Okay. So if you see that client-side scripting is executed on the user's device, it focuses on enhancing user experience and the interaction. Okay, usually we will be using this for form validation, dynamic content updates, and all those. So the server-side scripting, on the other hand, it's something like it will be using for the handling the logic processing, database interactions, and like security management. Like for all these things, we will be using the server side. So I'll just give you a minute, okay, a minute or two, so that you can just read through all this. Okay, so it just tells us like what is the actual difference between the client side and the server side. The execution It's like the web browser on client side and server on the server side. That is the database. The purpose, as I told you, UI interaction, immediate feedback, form validation, that is on the client side. Coming to the server side, it's like data manipulation, business logic, integration, security. So the primary objective, or what are the things which we use in the client side, is G underscore form, G underscore user, and glide ajax. Here we use the glide record, glide system, current, previous, and all those. So the database access ideally will not do it directly. It's an indirect via glide ajax to call the server side, and it's a direct here. Visibility, and as it is on the browser side, we can see it there itself, and like on the server side, the code will not be visible, but the result will be visible. Security, it's like for sensitive operations, it's more secure performance. Okay, it's on the client browser or network or immediate UI, and we don't have any UI for the server side. So the common use cases which we have it for the client side is something like field validation, dynamic UI changes, auto populating fields, and all those. Coming to the server side, it's like workflow automation, data synchronization. If you want to do any of these things, we will be using the server side. These are like some of the basic differences which we have it on the client side and the server side. Okay, so coming to the client side scripting, as I told you, okay, it executes directly in the browser and it interacts with the user interface. And the key characteristics which we have to consider, that is execution location. Okay, so it's on the web browser. What is the purpose of it? Okay, it enhances the user experience, form validation, UI elements. Okay, so these are like uses of using the client side scripting. So the limitations is something like we also have some limitations, that is like we cannot directly query or update the database, cannot access the server side APIs, performance can be affected, less secure. Okay, so they ideally like there will be two sides of a coin. Okay, if we have any advantages, definitely we'll have some disadvantages also. So that's the reason like this server side will come into picture. Okay, so like we have an option to use both the client side and the server side, okay, using some glide ajax kind of things, okay, that we can discuss. So these are the client side scripting common script types. As I told you, we have something called as the client scripts, UI policies, UI actions. And if you write the client script in the catalog item level, it will be we'll be calling it as catalog client script. Okay, so when we'll be using it, like if you want to provide immediate feedback to the user saying that like if the field is mandatory, you have to fill in, or dynamic display or hiding of the variables. And if you want to modify any choices or simple field validation. Okay, so in all these cases, we will be using the client side scripting. So coming to the server side, so it executes on the, so do you people have any queries on the client side scripting? Just tell me yes, no. Okay, great. Okay, coming to the server side scripting. Okay, it executes on the ServiceNow instances. Okay, and it will directly interact with the database. Okay, and like if you want to perform any complex logical operations also, we can easily do it using the server side scripting. The key characteristics are something like it's on the execution, it will be executing on the ServiceNow server. What is the purpose of it? Like the data manipulation can be done, the business logic, if you want to interact with any external systems or complex calculations. Okay, whatever the disadvantages which I have shown in client side scripting, all will be as a advantages in the server side scripting. What will be the limitations here? Okay, we cannot directly interact with the user browser. Okay, so that's the reason we'll use a combination of both the client script and the server script to do some things. Okay, and changes are not visible to the user until the form is loaded or reloaded. Okay, so these are some of the disadvantages which we say, or the limitations which we say for the server side scripting, but these limitations can be overcome by using the both the client script on the server script at a time. So the common script types, as I told you, so these are some of the common script types which we have. Business rules script includes schedule jobs, workflows or flow designers, access control lists, and the UI actions. So when do we want to use it? When you want to interact with the database, enforce any business logic, when you want to integrate with the external systems, or perform any complex calculations or actions in the background. So in all these cases, we will be using the server-side scripts. So any queries in the server-side script? So when you have some hands-on on this, like you will get more visibility on this. As of now, like I'm not sure that like you are able to understand 100% of it, but definitely like when you have some hands-on in it, like you will see the actual difference. What is the difference between those two? Okay. So as I told you, we have some APIs which we use it only on the client side and some APIs which we use it on the server side. Okay, so in ServiceNow, we will be mainly using the JavaScript. Okay, so in that JavaScript, it is like we will be using some APIs, inbuilt APIs, we call it as, okay, glide APIs. Okay, so whenever we want to interact with the ServiceNow with for any database things, if you want to create anything, read, update, delete, okay, any of these cases, we will be able to achieve it using this glide APIs. So if you see this, like the glide APIs, it's a JavaScript based, okay, all glide APIs are JavaScript classes and methods. And like if you want to be familiar with the familiar with the JavaScript, like you will be having those glide APIs where we can make use of it. Okay, so the general principles of it is something like it has the encapsulation. Okay, so ideally, like if you want to perform any operation on the database, we will be using the SQL queries, right? In the same way, if you want to perform any operations on the JavaScript, we will be using this glide APIs. So the consistency will be there and the performance and security. So these are some of the Glide API basics which we have it on the client side. Okay, so whenever we want to query any data on the client side in the client script, okay, so we have to use something called as the glide form, that is g underscore form dot get value, g underscore form dot set value. You can just see this example. Okay, I'll just give you 2 minutes so that you can just read through these APIs. Okay, so we can just go through the next thing. Okay, server-side glide APIs. As I told you, we have some things which we will be using only on the server side. Those are something like the glide record, glide system, glide aggregate. Okay, so how you want to do this and the examples you can just see here. Okay. So these are some of the client scripts and the server side scripts. So now let us take some practical example and just check, okay, a basic client script, how we will be able to do it. So if you want to open a client script, there are two ways in opening it. Either you can just go to the whatever the table you want. Okay. I'll just show you these hacks, like how you can open those tables. Okay. And like you can just right click on it and configure, and you have something called as the client scripts here. Okay. You can just click on that. So these are the different types of, if you just see here, okay, you will be having, if you just click on configure, you have all the types of things, all the types of scripts, business rules, workflows, flow designers, client scripts, UI policies, data policies, UI actions, notifications, dictionary. Okay, so these are the different types of the client side and the server side scripts. So as of now, I just want to work on the client scripts. So let me open the client scripts on the incident table. Okay, so let me just open the incident table. I just take an incident.list. So what I want to do is, if the category is something called as a software, okay, I just want to automatically set the subcategory as the email. Okay, I just want to do this. So when you just double click on it, automatically, like you will be for any field in the service now, you will be having two names. One is like the label. We call this as the label, and this as the backend name or the dictionary name. Okay, if you just want to show the dictionary name, okay, for the admins, okay, if you just double click on it, you will be able to see the backend names also. So whenever you request an instance, by default, they'll be giving you an admin role. Okay, now so I just want to set subcategory here. Whatever you want to set, you can just write the name here. I want to do it on the incident table, and the UI type, it should work both on desktop and mobile. So I'll just select all. In the client scripts, you will be having different types: on sell, on change, on load, on submit. As of now, let me select it as on change. On change of which field I just want to do that? On change of, where is it? Yeah. On change of this category field, I just want to set the subcategory. Okay. So let me just make it as on change of category field. Okay, when I say on change of category field, let me just save it. Okay, we have something called as the old value and new value. Old value is something like whatever the value which we have it before, and the new value is something like what is the value which you have it after changing it. So now what I want to do, I just, whenever it's loaded, I just want to check if you can see here. Okay, whenever I just try to type in, okay, so these things are auto populated. And if I just want to know more about it, I can just click on it. So it will tell me. So it's a parameter, new value, any. Okay, I can just select that. Okay, so what it should be, if the new value equals to, let's say we have taken it as software, right? Software. Okay, so the backend name is software. If it is software, so whenever you are writing any code, so make sure that like you have to use only the backend names. That is the dictionary names. So if the new value is the software, then I just want to, I showed you some things, right? G underscore form, glide record, glide ajax. Okay. So I'm making use of those things. So G underscore form, if you just want to know about it, it's a global object used in client side scripts to customize the forms. Okay. I just want to, so whatever the methods which we have in it, like all will be shown here. Let's say I just want to read about it. Okay, so it will give me the syntax along with the definition of it. So I can just read through this and like I can decide which one to use it. Okay, so that like there is no probability of having mistakes, and like if you make use of this, okay, so you will not have any syntax errors also. So here, as I told you, I just want to set value. Set value is something like I just need to give g_form.set value, and whatever the field name, like where I want to change it, I just need to give that field name, that is the subcategory, and whatever the value which I want to give, I just need to give that. What is it used for? It sets the value and display the value of a field. Okay, so I'll just make it a set value. In that set value, I'll just say what is the backend name of the subcategory here. So this is subcategory. I can just take it from here. Okay, so what subcategory I just want to set it? You can just select that. I just want to select it as email, let's say. Okay, I just want to select it as email. Okay, so this is the simple client script where I just on change of category, like if it is the software, I just want to set the subcategory as email automatically. Let me save it. Okay, let me just give some things. Okay, let me give any other thing initially. And let me save it. Okay, so now I just want to change the category. So what should be the category here? If I change the category as software, automatically it should set the value as email. So let me do that. Can you see this? It is automatically set to email. And if I do it anything else, okay, so let me reload it. Automatically, okay, I've just set it to, so here you can see when it is inquiry, it is some other thing. Okay, when I just change it to software, automatically it is setting to email. So no need to set anything here. So based on the value of category, so this subcategory is automatically set here. So in the same way, you can set the other values also. Okay, see for example, if you want to set the channel, you can just set that. Okay, g_form.set value of channel, whatever you want, you can just make it. And in the same way, if you want to make something as mandatory, let's say g_form.set, you have something called as a mandatory. Okay, so for how do you want to read that? Okay, if you want the syntax of it, as I told you, okay, set mandatory. If you see here, how you need to do this? g_form.set mandatory, whatever the field name which you want to give, and whether you want to make it as a boolean value, whether you want to make it as a true or false, you can do it. Okay, let me do that. Okay, I can just make set mandatory. Okay, let's say I just want to make a channel. Okay, what I want to make it, I just want to make it as a mandatory true. I can just make it like this. Okay, so that like the channel field will be automatically made as true whenever I make the category as software. Let me reload it. Okay, so it's email. So it will be set. And in the same way, like if you want to make it as read only, okay, so you can just make it as read only. Let's see here. g_form dot set read only. In the same way, set value, set visible, set mandatory. Okay, so these are the different methods which we have it, and whatever we want, we can just set the values there. Okay, which will be easy for us to write the scripts also. So any questions here? Any questions in this? Or otherwise we can just jump on to the different topic. Okay. So let me just open this. Okay. So these are the common admin things. Like as you have already seen, whenever I want to open it, I'm just opening it using dot list. Okay. So any table, the backend name dot list will open up the table. So if you want to elevate the roles, you can use security underscore admin. And like there are URL parameters for pre-population and filtering. You can just do that. Control Alt Shift plus J. It will be executing the background script. We have something called as a background script where we can just run that and we can see the result. Okay, and we also have something called as sys underscore properties dot list, update dot xml dot list. Okay, so these are the different things which we have it. So these are, I can say, um, shortcuts to do the things much easier. Okay. So now let's talk something about the data import. Okay. So I'll just give you 2 minutes. Like if you have any questions in this client side, server side, and all those, please let me know. If we don't have any questions, we can just continue with the next thing. Just let me know like if you people have any questions here. So I can see a query from Banu saying that we have a checkbox called client callable that will be asking to provide the role of it. Okay. So it's not the question for me, Banu. Okay, so let's discuss about loading the data. Okay, say for example, if you want to load any data, okay, if you want to load any data from external data source, either it might be an Excel data or CSV data or whatever it might be. If you want to load that data from those sheets into our service now. Let's say we have a list of users. Okay, I just want to load all those users into my service now. Okay, so I can just like I cannot create each and every record. Okay, like if it is like 5 to 10 records, that's okay, I can just create. But like if there are thousands of records, so each and every data, like I cannot just sit and create. Okay, so in those cases I'll be using something called as the transform map. Okay, transform map is the thing which will help us in loading the data from any of the external data sources. Okay. So here, what we can do is we can just take a simple example where we can load the data. Okay. Let's do that practically now. So before that, let me just show you an Excel where I have just loaded like the data. Okay, I've just prepared a simple Excel where I'm just trying to load the data to the user table where I have the first name and the last name, okay, and the username. I just want to load this data into the ServiceNow table. ServiceNow user table. I just want to load the data. Okay, in order to do that, so let me just go here, click on load data. So once I load the data, let me close all these things. So actually, in order to load the data, I have to load the data into a table called as the staging table. Okay, we have something called as the staging table. Let me just like 1 minute. If you just see here, so from many external data sources, if you just want to load the data into the service now, okay, from any external data sources, whatever the data source might be, if you want to load it into the service now, so the first step is we will load the data into this import set table. We will also call this as the staging table. Okay, so once we load this data into the staging table, then we will be transforming it, and like whatever the table which you want to load, the target table in the service now, we can load it. Okay, I'll just tell you what is the step transform and how this import set table looks like. Okay, we can just see that example. You can see this. I'm just prepared some data with some fields in this username, first name, last name. So this is the Excel data, okay, where I just want to migrate it to a user table here. Okay. So let me create a table and let me just give some name for that. Data load. Okay, so this is the staging table which I'm trying to create. Okay, so the file, I've just kept it in the desktop. Okay, I'm just selecting that Excel. The file is in use. Let me close it. Okay, so the file is there and I click on submit. So it is success. I can just see the loaded data and you can see that that loaded data is saved in this table. U underscore data load. Okay. So what are the data which we have loaded? We have loaded first name, last name, and the username. Okay, you can just see those here. Okay, first name, last name, and whatever the data which we have it there. So that got loaded to a table which we have created, staging table which we have created, that is data load. So that staging is completed. Okay, so we have loaded this into this import set table. Then we need to transform this. So let me show you how it does. Okay, we will be creating a transform map here. Now I can just give some name, whatever name I want. So I just want to transform it to a table called as the user table, right? Let me save it. So once I save it, okay. So what I'm saying is whatever the data which I have it in the staging table, please transfer it to the user table. In order to do that, like there has to be some field mapping, right? Okay, which field has to be mapped to which field? Okay, so that mapping we'll be doing it here. If we have the same field names, okay, whatever we have it in the user table and in the Excel, if we have the same field names, the auto map functioning will work. Okay, if we have the different names, then you have to map it manually. Okay, as of now, only for the first name and last name it got created, not for the username. So let's do it for the username using the mapping assist. So username, the username is something called as the user ID in the ServiceNow. Okay, so the first name is mapped to the first name, last name, username, user ID. If you just want to see, like this is the sample data which shows up. And if you want to see the mapped fields, you can just see. Okay, the first name, last name, username. So these are the things. So as it get mapped up, you can just click on save. Okay, so once we save all this data, what we can do is like we have an option called transform. Okay, so the loading of the data is done to the staging table and we have told the thing that like this source table need to be mapped to this target table and even the field mapping is completed. Then we have to do the transform. Okay, so the loaded data to the sys user table. So once it is done, like it is successful, okay, you can just see the import logs here. Okay, you can see there were total 16 records and all the 16 records got inserted here. Let's check in the user table whether it got inserted or not. Okay, let me sort it by created. Okay, can you see this user ID, name? Let me get the first name and last name also. Okay, so whatever the records which we have mentioned in the Excel sheet, so all those records got inserted into the ServiceNow using this method called as the transform map, right? Okay, so this is what it is explained here. So the import set process involves like bringing some external data into the service now. It starts with creating an import set table to receive the data, followed by data transformation and loading into the target tables. So this structured approach ensures data integrity, alignment with the platform standards. So, and like we are easily able to migrate that 16 records into the service now within a short span of 5 minutes, right? Ideally, like if you want to create it, it will be taking a lot of time. But like if you want to or do it using this transform map, it's a quick process without any errors. Mapping techniques, okay. So like you have to make sure about the mapping techniques to ensure the correct transformation of data. You have to map the fields correctly. And if you like did not map it correctly, then definitely there will be an error. Okay. The field mapping has to be right to ensure the completeness of the data. So handling duplicates, if you have any duplicates also, like it makes sure that they'll be having some field called as the coalesce field. Okay. We have some field called as the coalesce field where it will make sure that like it's handling the duplicates and only the actual data will shown up there. Okay. So with this, like we have completed our session today. So do you people have any queries here? So we'll just give like the other 7 minutes for any Q&A session. So yes, you need to give the role as an admin when you want to run that script. If you have any questions, you can just let me know. You can ask any technical questions, or if you have any questions regarding like what modules needs to be taken, uh, any questions, any professional questions, whatever it might be. You can just like post your questions in the chat, or you can just unmute and ask. Thank you, team. Like if you don't have any questions, feel free to drop off. Banu, can you just unmute and ask that question? Can you just unmute yourself, Banu?
Yeah, hi, D'Souza.
Yeah, tell me.
So I'm loading the data through the file, right? So into the import sets. So I haven't mentioned any type of field in that thing. So that
Type
is the
of
new
field in
field,
the sense like the field
like
names you have not given.
string reference like that. We are
No,
not
no need
mentioning.
to, no need to give any of those, right?
So there is no fields existing in the system as of now. So then that way it will not taking any type of field rights by default.
Actually, if you want to create a form, that's the different case. Here, using the transform maps, we are just trying to load the data. That's it.
So using the data load, we can use only existing fields, not for the new fields, right? You mean to say?
Yes. Like this is mainly used for loading the data into the existing fields. If you
Okay.
want to create a new fields, you can create it using the form design and form layout and all those. Like we can create a new fields there.
Yeah, okay. And also, like if I'm not mentioning any college true value, in that time the duplicate values will
Duplicates will
be
be coming
created,
up.
right? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
duplicates will
Okay,
be created. Only if you mention the coalesce as true, like any field, let's say the user ID will be the coalesce in our case. So that like it will be acting as a unique identifier and like it will not allow like if you try to import the data with the same coalesce value. You can just try
okay,
that as an exercise.
okay. In the transform map, we have a field mapping, right? So
Mm-hmm.
instead of doing manual thing, we can able to click under the related links. We have an auto
Yes.
mapping also, right?
Yes, auto
So instead
mapping.
of
Yeah, in our case, like if we click on auto mapping, what has happened? Only the first name and last name has come up, not the username. Why? Because like the name of the user in the Excel, it's username, but in the ServiceNow, it's user ID. Okay, so that's the reason like it's not able to map due to the difference in names. If we have the same names, like if you click on auto map, so it will be auto mapped accurately.
okay, for the different names, we have to select the manually.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you, D'Souza.
Yeah, thank you. So if you people have any questions, you can just feel free to unmute and ask, or otherwise you can just drop off. Okay, then thank you all for joining. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.